Good May 1st.
We got some distortion.
Really?
Yeah, from your microphone, you overdrove it.
I overdrove it.
Yeah.
But I have such a soft voice. Just ask my
wife. It's just like a whisper in the wind.
You're right.
It's like just a little breath of an angel.
People are always telling me, like, why do you talk so loud at me? Like, I don't know. It's all I can do, man. I don't know.
Yeah, that's the way it is. So today is a special day.
Yeah. Why?
Right, I'll tell you why it's a special day. It's May the 1st, which, talking of culture and God, family, and business and all that, there are other religions out there.
Mm-hmm.
And one of them is the original religions of the British Isles, the Celts. And May the 1st is like the day in the year for the Celts.
Really?
So,
the Celts or the Kilts?
The Celts, C-E-L-T-S, the Celtic people. That's the Irish, the Scottish, the Isle of Man, and the Northern French in what's now called Brittany.
The first ones to leave the motherland?
No, they never left.
They didn't?
No.
They're just like from the area.
They're like the American Indians.
Gotcha.
The indigenous.
They're the indigenous people from around that area. Okay.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
Yeah. And today it's their big day. It's a feasting day to celebrate what is effectively the first day of spring. And looking forward to warmer weather and longer nights. And because it's a big deal in England, it gets dark at 10 o'clock at night during the summer.
Yeah.
But in winter, it gets dark at 3.
Yeah, that's weird.
So it's 7 hours longer is the day in the peak of summer than the peak of winter. It's a major deal because they're so far north.
Do you really think that the Irish are going to be eating?
The Irish?
Yeah, you said that the Irish are included too, right? I don't think they're going to be feasting. I think they're going to be drinking. They don't want any food to water down their liquid.
That's a unbelievable, unproven notion that the Irish are alcoholics.
Okay. I'm not here to perpetuate any stereotypes. My bad. And on that note,
you got to eat Guinness with a spoon.
Yeah, well, that's true. I'm not a big fan of Guinness. I do like other beers.
It's because you never had a good one.
I've had Guinness in Ireland. I mean, I was only 14, but if
that's
you can,
the problem. You were 14 and you were used to Tango or Tang or whatever it was called back then.
Tang.
Yeah, so your life with your tongue was trained on Tang, and then you stuck Irish warm Guinness into it.
Of all the beautiful country and everything, that's the thing I'm going to remember most is that I got so sick of having to drink Tang everywhere I went because they serve it like water over there.
Yeah, it's in the pipes. That's in the pipes. You turn the tap on and Tang comes out. I'll be having a glass of Tang before I get up. So well, and I can do this, by the way. I am literally 89% Irish.
He is mostly Irish.
It's surprising I don't say to be sure a lot and things like that.
Yeah, he's been tracing his genealogy, and it kind of upset you yesterday, didn't it?
Yeah, so I did my DNA test, and it says you're 89% Irish, 10% English, 1% Switzerland, Sweden, somewhere up north, right?
Yeah.
Then it says, look at your traits. You're likely to have blue eyes. You're probably going to have grey hair. You're not likely to bald. Your face won't be attractive. And it's extremely unlikely to be attractive. Not only was I clicked to the next page, it was 100% unattractive.
Should we stop doing these as video podcasts then and utilize your face for radio?
I've requested a refund.
Because it's talking smack to you.
Might as well call me a leprechaun or something. Totally unacceptable to have a DNA profile for how attractive your face is and then to fail it. I'll score 100%. I suppose I won in a way.
Oh, I can't even.
I'm 100% ugly according to Genome Link down below, and we are an affiliate. So we'll get a commission if you want to go find out about your traits.
So if you don't like body shaming, do not subscribe to that particular DNA company.
I mean, he didn't even do the fat gene. He didn't do anything like that. He just went straight for your face is ugly. And it came as a message by email. Click here. Your package was delivered. That's exciting. I just got my package delivered. So I've got another. I'm building up, just to flick the subject real quick.
Yeah.
I'm building up my own Port Charlotte power company.
You are. That's right.
It's called Port Charlotte Power. So I'm going to be off grid, ready for the next hurricane. The podcast will still happen. We will be live. We might not have internet, but we'll at least be pretending. Yeah. And we'll have power, we'll have camera and computers on, but we may not have the internet, but we'll see. We might get one of those Starlinks.
True.
They're selling them now in Home Depot.
Are they really?
You just go in and pick one up. Yep.
A
retail product. Can you believe it?
Yeah, I don't even want to think about hurricane season. 1 month, buddy. 1 month, and it starts.
Here's the thing. There's something spinning up right now. I just watched the weather thing, and
Yep, it was early last year too.
I just put my thumb up, and a thumbs up appeared.
I know. Is that because it's Mac?
I don't know. Can you see the thumbs up?
It's not StreamYard. That's weird. It's a Mac thing.
It's AI. It's getting everywhere, right?
Right.
Anyway, we better get on with this.
Yeah. So, well, I'm glad you brought us out of what I created and gave us something funny to laugh at, even if it is at your expense.
All right. You know, it was your birthday and Christmas is coming up this year.
Yeah.
I'm going to get you a genome link.
Okay. It's going to talk about how unbelievably handsome I am.
It might.
Or it might tell me that I'm likely to be completely unattractive too, right?
Maybe it's because it's a British DNA going into an American company. They probably looked at him and went, ooh, ooh, what's this? It's like a potato.
I'd hate to think of what it would tell our Canadian friends. Okay, moving right along. Let's jump into a culture moment, shall we? Okay, so today we are talking about our perspective, and that is a technology company that provides the real estate platform that our agents, buyers, and sellers prefer. Keller Williams thinks like a top producer, acts like a trainer consultant, and focuses all its activities on service, productivity, and profitability. And that's the perspective. Let me jump back into that I did not mean to close that. So I just kind of want to go over this, especially if you're new to Keller Williams. You might hear or see graphics in your market center called the MVVBP. And it's mission, vision, values, belief, and perspective. And so that's what we're going over. And every episode, we just cycle through the MVVBP because I, myself, Peter as well, feel that our Keller Williams culture is very important. It's very important to us. It's part of what brought Peter and I together, honestly, through the culture that is fostered by our regional tech trainer, Ryan Yarbrough, and got us together for an MCTT summit one time, 3 years ago now?
3 years.
Yeah, 3 years ago now. And we got to meet Peter.
No, 2 years.
2? It's like 2.5. 2
years. No, it'll be 2 years in June, July.
In June? Okay. Jeez. Mm-hmm. Seems like I've known you forever.
Seems longer, doesn't it?
Yeah, it does.
That's what everyone says to me.
That's what brought us together. And I knew that Peter was a market center tech trainer for 5 market centers on the other coast, and didn't realize that he only lives 10 minutes from me because he's virtual.
Yes, it's called remote working. It's the new thing that these Gen Xers, or what do they call them? Gen Z, we're Gen X.
We kind of talked about that a little bit, right? My cousin, who's a year older than I am, he works for Tervis, the company that makes Tervis tumblers. Because if you didn't know, that company started right here up the road from where Peter and I are. It started in Venice, Florida, and he has been working remotely all this time from home, and they're slowly trying to get them back into the office, and the employees are not real happy about it.
No, we're not doing that. We're not doing that. You see, out of every calamity comes a good thing. And out of COVID, I've said the word now, that'll take the YouTube channel down. COVID is a blah, blah, blah. Anyway, out of that came remote working, and we embraced the technology. We were doing showings via Zoom, and we were doing live Facebook Live open houses, and
buyer consultations, listing appointments.
And a lot of it stuck. A lot of it stuck because like in Florida where we are, we just happen to be in Florida.
Yeah.
God's own creation of a state. That's what it'd make it look like. And anyway, Florida has a massive amount of people coming and going from other states. So using remote technology has really helped us in our business down here. I don't know how much value it'd have in, like, I don't know, a small town in the middle of the prairie where nobody moves in and out, right?
Yeah.
But for us, it does, because everybody's coming from Michigan and what's that place called? Where the Irish are. The Irish, they're all there. Boston.
Oh, yeah.
Boston, yeah.
Brooke's going to smack both of us for not getting that. We get on our coast, we've got 75. So if you don't know how Florida is arranged, I-95 comes from New England, New York, all of those the eastern seaboard states down the eastern coast of Florida. And that's why there's so many people on that coast from those areas. And the flight south is Michigan and Ohio and like all of that coming right down the middle, right?
Yeah. So we do get people for some reason from what I've always struggled to why they call it this, but the Midwest, which is really very east.
I know. I don't get that either.
Well, it's because I found out. I was in Michigan and I asked them, so why do you guys like this Midwest term? And they went, well, this was the West of the colonies.
Oh, yeah.
Right. They hadn't pushed out any further at the time when it became the West. So then it became the Midwest. So it was the West at the time because they must have known there was another couple of thousand miles of land, but they'd never been
they were too
through the trails or they'd all died in the winters trying to get across.
Right.
Yeah. That was wild.
My buddy David Heyer is tuning in. Hey buddy, what's up? Thanks for tuning in. And Tom Power is with us too. So thanks guys for being here. So why don't we why don't we quit having so much fun and jump into it, Peter?
Yes. Absolutely. So before we do that, I've just got to disappear for 1 second. So if you could shoot the breeze for 1 second, introduce what we're doing.
You gotta get that package at the door. All right. So there was an awesome.
Here's the deal. It's $2,500 and it's sat on my doorstep.
Well, yeah, you better go get it.
Yes. The Porch Pirates.
I know. So there was an awesome release on Monday, actually. And it was funny because we were going through our updates with our regional tech trainer, and this was on the slide that said we can't talk about it yet. And within just a few minutes of that, well, I guess a couple hours of that meeting, I saw Peter had posted about it, and I didn't check with him first, and I immediately took that post down because I didn't want us to get in trouble. And he said, Brett, you should trust me, because he was on a call where it was announced that it was live. So you have probably seen the new magic sparkly button that is in command, and I'm just going to bring it up here for us so that we can take a look at it. And let me close this because it's hiding right there. So right here is our magic sparkles button. Abby, that's for you. And when you click on that, and it brings up KWIQ, which is the new name for the chatbot built into command. And if you didn't know this, that name actually came out of all suggestions from all of us at Family Reunion. And that's when it was decided upon from that list of names that was provided. And funny thing is that about 3 months before, Peter has one that's very similar in name. It's KWK or QWK, right?
Yeah, KWIQ.ai. So yeah, I was thinking on the right track. So I have been. Do you want me to show you what I've been doing with it?
Yeah.
So
let me bring mine down and you can share your screen.
Yeah, I just want to add this one to the stage. Okay. Have you shown this already?
I have not. I was going to get into that.
Right. So AI, I really do think this is powered by ChatGPT, I think, but I don't know.
I feel pretty confident saying that is the case because we were told at leadership meetings leading up to this point that ChatGPT would be the power behind this.
Okay. Well, when it writes emails, it says, I hope this finds you well.
It finds you well.
So I think it may be. But as you know, with large language models, there's two aspects to it. There's the training data and there's the machine learning. The training data is everything on ChatGPT, right?
Right.
So it will go off on a tangent. It will hallucinate. Like I was on the one yesterday, Meta AI, putting together an ad for you. Yep. And it just straight lied. It's like I was asking it something about May Day and the festival in Ireland. And I don't know if you've ever got up on a morning in the months that end with an R and said white rabbits. Have you ever heard of that?
No, I have not.
Okay, well, apparently, according to AI, a lot of Americans have heard of it. So if the month has an R in it, like January, February, March, April, but not May, the first thing you should say when you wake up on the first of the month in a month with an R is you say white rabbits. And that brings you luck for the rest of the month and prosperity, right?
Is that why I have such bad luck? No.
Yeah, because you don't say white rabbits. It's obviously the reason. You create your own universe, don't you know that?
So right. You know what my whole thing is? So I've never heard of white rabbit. The only thing I know is I don't eat oysters in months that don't have an R in it because the waters are too hot during those months.
Right. So that's a good.
That's all I know.
A good thing. So it came from fishing, obviously. So anyway, so this is an example of too much knowledge. So KWIQ doesn't need to know about white rabbits or oysters or May festivals or anything else. So it's only trained on what it needs to know.
Right.
Which means when you're using it, it's going to have gaps, right? It's going to go like, what? Sorry, I haven't learned that yet, because it's specifically trained on the playbooks, which you can see there: social media, seminars, profit share, open houses, how to convert online leads, mortgage hacks, all that good stuff. And it's read 3 books.
Yep. Our three of our Keller Inc. books: The One Thing, Millionaire Real Estate Agent, and Shift.
Yeah. Now, the thing that I didn't know they were going to do, but they have, is they've also trained it on everything in answers.kw.com, which makes it an awesome tool.
Yep.
So if you are an MCTT or an RTT, you're going to want to use it to help you with solutions when you're working with the agents. If you're an agent and you've got a solution you want to find, rather than going straight to Answers, you can ask KWIQ. It knows everything that's in Answers. It knows the books, it knows the playbooks, and it knows about the KW culture. And it's obviously been trained quite a lot on what we're about.
Right.
It's very, you'll see in my next slide. So I'm going to.
The other thing I noticed playing around with it and asking for something specifically from answers.kw.com is the fact that it will actually, at the end of the information it gives you, it will tell you where it got the information, so that if you wanted to go to answers.kw.com and search for the entire article, it tells you how to do that.
Yeah. So to access it, you're in command, you sign in, and in the bottom right-hand corner, there is a Subaru logo.
No, that for Abby Lacey, that is the Magic Sparkles button. It's the sparkles.
It's the Subaru logo in the bottom corner, which they've chosen, which I think they might change eventually. But anyway, so you click the Magic Sparkles / Subaru logo in the bottom right-hand corner, and up pops a screen. And in here, you have both your current chat and history.
Yep.
So I obviously deleted my history before going on here. because I've been asking it silly questions.
Thank you for saving everybody of that.
Yeah. So I've now got my history says, what steps should I take to define my value proposition? So you can, and it will remember what you've done in the past. So it's stored in here so you can get right back to it. In the chat section, I like to do this, which is go full screen.
Cool.
Because it's really hard to read on the right-hand side in a narrow thing. This full screen. This is cool because a lot of AI chats don't have this. And I really like the fact they've done it. Full screen, full width. So there are some prompts to get you going. Write a one-sentence social media post inspired by the one thing. So let's click that.
Yeah, that's kind of cool.
So the little whirring brain's going, which basically means the data is going backwards and forwards. And it says, discover the power of focus and prioritize your goals to achieve extraordinary results in every area of your life. So you can then take that. I wish we had a copy button, but we don't. I will be suggesting that. We need a little copy button right now.
And in all fairness, ChatGPT did not either when it first came out.
No.
Not for months and months.
Yeah. So if you like the response, please give it a thumbs up because we're training it. That's the human reinforced machine learning. So if we say, if this is a great response, let it know and it will pop up. And that's another AI. So let me just get rid of that.
Full transparency with that, Peter, that I would like to see. And again, remember, this is the first iteration of this. ChatGPT followed a similar growth and updates. I would like to see the emojis included if I'm going to get
it has emojis.
I didn't see it in there.
It does. So watch this. So write a full Facebook post with emojis.
Oh yeah, you have to ask it though. So in that prompt for the social post, the one-line social post, I would expect to see emojis in that. Anything social, I would expect to see emojis in.
2643.
But maybe I have unreal expectations. My wife would probably say that's right. Hold on, Peter. I got some theme music for you while you're doing that.
Right. So I haven't given it a lot of information. I haven't told because this isn't connected to the internet. Okay. So it can't do that. So I'm just going to change it to. This is what I'm saying. It's a focused tool. It's definitely focused.
So what was your prompt? What were you trying to do?
I was trying to get it to write a thing for the address of the house next door.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
Okay, so now I'm going to go write a Facebook post announcing my open house on 5/5/24 at 2 p.m. Use emojis.
Do you hear that music?
Yeah, it's not working today.
No.
So it did that yesterday.
It did? It did the emojis?
It did the emojis, did the Facebook post. I deleted my history, so I can't jump straight back to it, but it did do it. So let me just see. What Facebook posts
can you write?
Help me write? Question mark.
You know what the problem is, Peter? What's my first rule of prompt engineering that I teach in my ChatGPT class?
I think we broke it.
No, you have to be nice to it. You didn't say please in any of that. You're going to be one of the first ones that the robots come get when they take over because you're not being nice.
Now, I told you, I'm going to be the power station. So they're going to come here to get recharged. Right, well, add please.
I'm going to laugh if it spits it out now. I mean, we are a company, a culture. You have to be nice.
Yeah,
Look at
it
that.
works.
See, you have to be nice. We're a company, a culture.
Why are you so pedantic? Okay, so it's working. So market updates about your area, industry news, tips for buying or selling. So let's do Facebook post. Please.
It's now he's
Facebook post for first-time home buyers event. Right. Include a call to action and why they should attend. Base this on the open house playbook. The event is on Sunday. What's 5/5/24? It's Tequila Day.
Cinco de Mayo.
Yep. Okay. I did put please.
Very nice. You have to be nice to the robots.
If this thing's developed a personality already and it won't give me any answers unless I say please.
See, I love that. I love that.
Not happy.
That's why.
I'm not happy. You are a robot and I am the master of your destiny.
Why? Yeah, but you're bossing them around.
I have the switch. Right. So as you can see, we've got a brain behind this because it's come up with the ideas about the open house. So it says, learn about home buying process from start to finish, understand financing options and mortgage pre-approval, get expert advice on finding the perfect home for your needs, gain insights into negotiating offers and closing the deal. Don't miss out this valuable opportunity. So that's the call to action. Reserve your spot today by clicking the link below. Or call us directly. Spaces are limited. Don't delay. Do you like that? Spaces are limited.
Spaces are limited. Don't delay. That's awesome.
So I can then copy that. It's got the tags and copy, and then I would open up Facebook. I won't do it on a live because if I open my personal Facebook page and it's got the typical pictures that are on there, it's not going to be good.
No. And
I don't know why. I don't know why Facebook's algorithm thinks I'm obsessed with things. Just
that you're not.
Well, I might be, but it shouldn't know. Huh? This AI is everywhere. I'm telling you, watch YouTube. I watch YouTube, right?
Yep.
And I'll watch a video about, like I was doing today, how to do Zoom. Yeah.
Right.
Then all of my feed for my follow-up videos now are all about streaming live, different streaming platforms. The algorithm knows what you're interested in that moment. It's so ridiculous.
I know. It's crazy.
Yeah. So that's when we're done. So it does do Facebook posts, it does emojis, but you do have to use the word please, especially in block capitals.
I love that. I absolutely love that.
So I'm now going to say thank you.
There you go.
Come for Brett first.
Put a pretty bow on it.
All right. Okay, so we got that. The next one I was doing, it's good luck with your first time home buyers event. So it's got context.
You're welcome too, didn't it?
Yeah, it's got context.
See?
As well. Okay, so my next task, Mr. Robot, is, please, I would like to write a real estate newsletter. Create
higher level now.
A framework for the. Oh, I said Mr. Robot and it's got upset.
you really did. I can't read that. My eyes are bad. It knows
the framework
and it's not happy.
For the topics and layout.
So that thing that just happened, Peter, I've actually been experiencing that the last 2 days. It will come up like a brain fart like that and say, oops, something went wrong, and then go right away. It'll go away and ittle be fine.
Yeah, it's just the API glitching in between. Right. So we got when creating a framework for a real estate newsletter, it's important to consider your audience and provide them with valuable and engaging content. The message that I'm preaching from the hilltops right now with lead conversion, it's got to be valuable and engaging and relevant to them. Right. So we've got an introduction, a welcome message with a brief overview. Personalize it with your name and contact, provide the latest trends and insights for market updates, tips, share helpful tips and advice for buyers, sellers, homeowners, and featured listings, client testimonials, community events, real estate articles, which again is investment strategies, market trends, call to action, keep it clean, visually appealing layout, use eye-catching images, graphics related to the content, use subheadings. Right, okay. So let's build this together. Together, TH, please.
And specifically, you are adding to the prompt within this same chat because you're building from what's previously.
Can we start with tips for first-time buyers? Please write an article with how many words should an article be? About 500 words?
I always do 1,500, but I don't know why.
Okay. Well, we want short little paragraphs, don't we?
Mm-hmm.
All right. Let's see what Mr. KWIQ does. Or is it Mrs. KWIQ?
I don't know.
Undecided yet.
That's above my pay grade, and I'm not even going to enter into that conversation.
Well, it's funny. I mean, I don't want to go down this horrible rabbit hole, but whenever ladies talk about AI, they call it she. And whenever men talk about AI, they call it he.
Yeah. And I will say that because you were bossing it around, it wouldn't.
No, don't go there.
When you said please, then she started providing you output.
Yeah, I tell you, I don't know. Were you born with a risky gene? Let's take risks.
Yeah. Brett lived a very sheltered and introverted life for the first 26 years of his life, and then a switch flipped, and he's been risking his life ever since.
Sounds good. So the introduction is buying your first home is an exciting milestone, but can also feel overwhelming. It's important to be well informed and prepare for the journey ahead. In this article, we'll provide you with essential tips. So this is the article that we're going to use for our newsletter.
Awesome.
It's got determine your budget, research the market, prioritize your needs and wants, work with trusted real estate agents, obviously. Don't skip the home inspection. I know someone who did that. Take advantage of first-time buyer programs and the conclusion. So that's great. So that's article 1, right?
Yeah.
So thank you, Mrs. AI.
Just say thank you quick.
Thank you. Let's do the next. I'm not going to do all of this. I'm just giving you an example. Let's do the next topic. Which...
Peter, like ChatGPT or any of the other, you could come back to the same chat and continue the prompts to get the rest of the output, right?
Yeah. Right, so we're going to do real estate investing for millennials. I don't know if I spelled millennials right. I probably haven't.
It's all right. The beautiful thing is you don't have to spell or use proper grammar. It knows that it's smarter than we are, and
I thought you were going to say you don't have to if you're a millennial.
No. Dude, I might be risky, but I don't have a death wish.
So apparently the way to trigger millennials is to use ellipses a lot.
You told me that the other day.
Absolutely, and it freaks them out.
Because there's so many ellipses in the tech world.
They don't know why it exists or what its purpose is.
Why can't you just tell me what you're thinking? What's with the ...
or the fact it's the 4th most used grammatical tool.
Right.
All right, so this is cool. So I don't know anything about investing for millennials, but it's basically saying enter in the workforce, start building your financial future. Real estate investing can become an attractive option for long-term wealth creation. Well, this ties into KW young people. Building equity and wealth, diversification of investment portfolio, blah, blah, blah. So what I would do with this is I would always put this is not financial advice.
Yeah,
right?
yeah. Definitely have that disclaimer for sure.
Yeah. So that would be a good article. So I don't want to get into it, but the point is you can do all this, then just copy and paste it right from here into your designs. So, well, if I let it go there, if I flip over to designs, let me just see, will it stay there?
Yeah, because you're probably sharing that window.
All right, so create design. We're going to go with print next. And
can I ask a question?
Yeah, I don't think I can see it. So you want to copy it into a notepad?
Oh yeah. It looks like WeBrand's broken.
That's okay. We've got Canva for that problem.
Yep. Well, and so I'm curious, Peter, why were you doing it as print? Wouldn't most people want to email it?
Because it's newsletter. I do it as a print layout so that I can print a few of them off and deliver them to my community.
Yeah. Okay.
So yeah, it's not all digital for me. I've actually going back. I'll just come back out of here and get rid of that because it's no good. I've actually gone back to print with a lot of our agents. Yeah, because it pierces through the noise.
Yeah.
So we're all bombarded now by targeted ads, by AI, really honing in on what our interests are and all that kind of stuff. And if you go on Zillow or you go on Realtor.com or you go on Homes.com, your life will be bombarded with real estate ads. So we're then trying to get the message through to people. And it's just a lot of noise. When you've got a tangible piece of paper in front of a homeowner, it actually gets more attention.
Well, it's just like we say with handwritten notes and thank you notes and stuff, right?
Yeah,
it's nice to get that.
We're going full circle and back to print in some respects. I'm not saying, obviously all the other stuff
take out a newspaper ad.
Well, yeah, because people don't buy newspapers anymore, right?
No.
They don't even pick up free ones very much. But what they do is they get the mail.
Yeah, you said doo-doo again.
Okay, so is there a better way of saying this? What they do.
I'm sorry, because what were we on? Were we on a labs call when that happened? Yeah, we were on Monday's labs.
Yeah, 40 people laughed at my face, and I didn't even know what I'd done. I thought they'd got my genome result.
It was great. All right. I'm definitely pushing the limits now.
It sounds like a Beavis and Butthead episode. Right. So anyway, as I was saying, what people do is they also pick up their mail.
Yes, they do.
And when they pick up their mail, they sort through it. And if you've got a call to action on the front of it that says building wealth for millennials, you think they might go, you know what? I might read this.
Yeah.
Even if their grandkids are millennials or their children are millennials or they are millennials. This is what I'm saying. Give value, define your audience, niche down, get the information into the hands of buyers and sellers, and you'll win. That's the marketing game all over, right?
Yeah. Yeah, for sure. And I think I actually just saw, I don't know who was reading off stats, but the millennial homebuyer group is growing.
It's huge.
Yeah. Yeah.
Huge. Yeah. I mean, one thing is there's a lot of single millennials buying property, female millennials.
Well,
they're not planning on getting married. Not yet.
Because there's too many goofball guys like me, or what?
Maybe not ever. So anyway, it's a trend. There are definitely lots of single professional millennials buying property, and it's a great market. And if you embrace that market, teach wealth building and bring in trusted advisors such as tax advisors, estate planning attorneys, financial advisors, bring them into an event. Yeah. Have them do the talking and paying to be there because they're promoting their business. Do the marketing, get people into a venue, and you will build a client base.
And guess what? There's a playbook for that. There's an events playbook that we can utilize quick to research for us.
I don't think it's on here.
It's not on there? There is an events playbook.
There is one, yeah. There is, absolutely. Yeah. Okay. There's so many of them, it's not on there.
Yeah. Maybe anyway, make the first list.
So what we've learned today is the AI works. It's great. It could do with a copy button, but it doesn't matter. Do save the information as you're going along into a Word document or a Google Sheet or something just to keep it.
Yep.
So then when you go to create your materials, you can just copy and paste, because when you're in designs and you're in Canva, or Canva, you're not going to be able to see what's gone on in the chat window. So copy and paste it. But it's very culture rich. What I like about KWIQ is it is KW. It's got KW's language, culture, intent, knowledge, and it makes the marketing so much more personalized to Keller Williams than you get just off ChatGPT directly. So this thing's got a place. It's definitely got a place to be used by agents for sure. You know, you could easily say, well, why bother using it? You can use the much more comprehensive thing out there. But that other AI isn't trained on answers.kw.com because answers.kw.com is blocked to robots.
Right.
It can't access it. I've tried. You go on ChatGPT and say, go to answers.kw.com now. It says can't access it.
Well, it provides room for distraction too, right? The cool thing about KWIQ being right in your command dashboard is it's right there where you're doing your business. And I shouldn't have said that. That goes right along with doo-doo. But anyway, where you're actively engaged in your business, the magic sparkle button is right there for you to access KWIQ and stay right in command and get the information that you need. The blog post, so like when you're building out your custom pages or blog post pages on your new agent and team websites, you've got it right there for you so that you can get that information, and it's great for that.
Do you know who came up with the magic sparkle name?
No.
It was, this is from having a Mac. It was our Orlando-based tech hero.
Are you talking about
ex-Disney?
Oh, yeah. Donnie Brookman?
It was Donnie.
Yeah.
So Donnie's on the call on Monday, and he was introducing the fact it'd just been released. You know when you deleted my post?
Yeah. Sorry. That's what I was talking about when you came back on, that I didn't trust you and I deleted.
Yeah, you don't trust me at all. So I posted out this now general availability, and Donnie had posted out his general availability, and Brett had missed it. So instead of letting my post go in our group, he deleted my post and then calls me and says, why are you posting about this? It's not ready yet.
Had you been such a slap in the face.
Anyway, that's where the term magic sparkles came from, because Donnie says you click the magic sparkles in the corner.
All right.
That's how he sees the world, right?
Well, I
Disney,
see it like
magic and sparkles.
I always think of sparkles when I see that too. Because I don't know how else to explain that.
Well, it's been adopted for AI.
Yeah, I know,
like
it's kind of universal everywhere.
It's everywhere you look. That's now what AI is. It's like it's become the universal symbol for AI. It's really weird how that happened, and it's great for Subaru.
You think it's helping them sell cars? Yeah,
because their logo is everywhere in the world now on AI stuff, and it's got the Subaru logo on it. So they probably did it. They probably put it out there. Yeah,
that's funny. All right, so there
are other cars, by the way.
Yeah,
there's Ford and GMC and.
Yeah, but they're typically not made in America, so don't be fooled by thinking that you're buying American made. But anyway. You said something, and I wanted to provide this pro tip. So Peter said, take your prompts or your output from this, put it in a Word document or a Google Doc. Definitely Google Doc. And the reason I say that is there's a lot of our agents, and we've discovered this over the years, and I'm still discovering it. There's a lot of agents that aren't utilizing their KW.com email. And I understand agents' apprehensions for not using it for their branding or whatever. However, it is there for you, and it provides the full G Suite of business applications for you with Google Docs and Sheets and Slides, all that stuff instead of PowerPoint, Excel, Word. And it can save you that subscription fee from Microsoft. So you really ought to take advantage of it, even if you don't use it as your email for your business. Still learn how to get into it and use it so that you have it for the G Suite app. Because
I mean, it's like a $20 a month benefit. Yeah. So we've got the tech fee, and a lot of agents get kind of like, what is that tech fee for? Well, part of it is to provide the Google services. So you have unlimited storage, which you can't buy from Google, right?
Nope.
So I have got all my photographs. Every photo I've ever taken digitally is now in the KW Drive. I ain't going anywhere, unrecruitable, all that. Now I've said that, I'll be in Century 21 next week. You know when you say you can't tempt fate?
You told me I was risky.
What, saying Century 21?
Do they even exist anymore? I haven't seen one in forever.
We love our fellow brokers and realtors.
Yes,
especially those that are named with modern names like Century 21. It's a great name. Anyway, they probably don't have this, but we have full free access to an unlimited Google Drive of terabytes of space.
Yeah.
So if you've got loads and loads of docs and stuff on your computer, you can offload them all onto Google Drive, save loads of space, not have to spend more money on upgrading your laptop, and you've got instant access to all your stuff everywhere. So it's great. I do like it. And honestly, I started to use Google's spreadsheets.
Yep. Sheets.
Instead of Excel or numbers now. And the collaboration's great. So I've got like one of my office colleagues, Raina, who kind of manages everything. She's the glue. She manages everything behind the scenes. She's got these Google Docs. She tells me what I'm doing and what hasn't happened or needs to happen. And we just collaborate with the doc, right? It's great. It's really good. It's good when there's two people. When you get 20 people trying to collaborate, it becomes a challenge. That's where like Slack comes in and different, what's that other slidey board program that's out there? There's another one.
Trello.
Trello, yeah. That's where that comes in. But it's definitely got a place. So yeah, use it. And I know why agents don't want to use the KW email because
if I ever leave, blah blah blah. Yeah. No, and that's why I said I understand it. But
have a customer facing email. And forward it in and out of your KW inbox. And then you can take the benefits of everything that comes with it and get full utilization of your tech fee. Definitely a good idea.
Yeah, absolutely.
So did you come up with any other ideas before my system crashed for using KWIQ? So we've got newsletters, Facebook posts. It'll probably write bios.
So I want to put my old man glasses on so I can see what I'm doing. Let me bring up my screen here so I can get my prompts. And then I wanted to utilize this one. You already kind of did something on the open house playbooks, but I'm going to use this. Now, I'm also going to tell you that Peter and I are using very basic prompts in this. They're not necessarily the way that we do prompts at a higher level when we're working on things for ourselves. If you went to any of the AI panels at Family Reunion, you saw how extensive a prompt can be. And the more you prompt something, any of these AI softwares, the better the response is that you get. However, these prompts are what a typical agent is going to put in. And I love the fact that you're getting the output that you expect when you put this in, and then you can continue to prompt it. So I'm going to copy this and paste it in here. And
you want to make that full screen so we can see it a little better?
It's not full screen.
No, the chat window full screen.
Oh, yeah. I see what you're saying. Yeah. Okay, so let me put that in there. And it says, according to the open house playbook, what does a 7-level open house look like? And what do I need to do to achieve it? So I'm going to hit that. And the background music. And it said, I haven't learned that yet. No, that's not true. You already gave me this output before, fool.
That's what it does to me. You didn't say please. I'm telling you, repaste it and put please.
But I'm not demanding anything. I'm asking a question. All right. Let's please.
Yeah.
I'm just gonna say please and then type it in and see what it says.
Queen post. This will be funny if it works. Yeah, I think it's glitching right now because everything that I put in, I'd done earlier in the day this morning, prepping for this call, and it didn't work. So we've got a little glitch going on. It could be a lot of people are using it.
So I'm gonna look at it.
Let's go back to your last one
and see what it says. So same prompt from yesterday. So it's nice that the history is there.
Yeah.
Right. And I get an introduction. So it says titled The Ultimate Guide to Selling Your Home, a journey through the home selling process. And we got an introduction.
Oh, that isn't the open house one. That's not the open house one.
Oh, it's not. That's my blog post. What did I click on the wrong thing? I clicked on this. And it's giving me the wrong.
Oh, scroll up. Scroll. It might be at the top.
Here it is, right here. According to the open house. So when I clicked on history, it's giving me the full history.
Yeah. It doesn't segment it.
Yeah. So hold open your own listings. Choose new to market homes. Focus on low inventory neighborhoods. Select mid-range priced homes. So that's a big one. This is one that would drive me crazy with brand new agents in my previous office. They'd be brand new to real estate, brand new agents, and they just wanted to go attack luxury because of the price point. That would just irritate. My first question would be like, what do you know about that neighborhood or those type of homes? I like to look at them.
Well, think about it. Right?
Was that a tangent?
If you don't know anything about anything, and someone says you can earn $100,000 on this transaction or $10,000 on this transaction, your human nature is going to say, well, I ought to be spending my time on the $100,000 transactions. What they don't tell you is they only happen once every 5 years, and the other ones can happen every week.
Well, so, that's it, right? So when you're looking at this and you're trying to do an open house, do you want the buyer pool of 10 people or the buyer pool of 1,000 people?
Yeah.
And that's why it's telling you to use, and that's how I always would coach agents is figure out what the average price range is in your market and find those houses to hold open, because those are the ones.
The other thing, we don't want to be fooled here, Mr. T, right? This information has not come from AI. This has come from our experienced agents that were consulted by Jason Abrams, who are experts in holding open houses. Right. So this is real human experience being displayed in an AI format. It's not the AI going, well, I think you should use mid-range houses. No, it's the agents who've got the experience and having been there and done that. Yeah. It's based on real knowledge. So this is a window. This is a window into mass, real, actual, tangible knowledge generated by our culture, right? So it's not the AI going, well, I think this would make sense.
It's not just guessing or even going out and finding other articles, right? It's based on Keller Williams teaching. All right, so I'm going to the books here. What are the 4 models discussed in the MREA? Please provide a 1-sentence main idea of each, followed by a 2 to 3 paragraph synopsis of each model.
So it should come up with economic,
unless it has another brain fart.
Lead generation.
There we go. Awesome.
Budget model and organizational.
Yep.
It's great if you're doing a test.
Exactly. So if you've got an MREA book club coming up or something,
we do. Me and you actually do, and I will be using this when we do the. Have you read the one thing? Certainly. What are the highlights? I'll find out more.
So this is something that I saw too, playing around with it today, that I thought was great, is you're seeing the TCPA compliance warning disclaimer in a lot of the output. So again,
the program
keep us out of trouble, right?
Yeah. Yep. So we always talk about TCPA, but the reality is the data out there. I had an agent just had her Google account closed by Google. Not by Keller Williams. Google shut her down because she bought a list of names and email addresses. It was seeded and got her account shut down. So this is the danger of trying to do a shortcut, right? You go online, you go, I want to buy a list of potential sellers. Well, guess what? The lawyers are putting their names into those pools. So you email them, they send you a $1,500 fine.
Well, I was in an office. I was in an office last month in I heard, one of the multi-line dialers come up in conversation, and I'm like, la 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 la. I don't want to hear
Yeah.
this.
Yeah. No. I mean,
all right.
the fact remains that TCPA is extremely important for Keller Williams. We've already paid our dues, $40 million, and we're not going to make the same mistake again because that would be foolish. So yes,
we're not going to be covered.
Going to remind you. Yeah,
it ain't going to be covered again.
No.
So,
right. So properly set up an opportunity in command to be used by a team. So that's a complex question.
Yeah, it is. But I got a fairly decent response from it. And I did this specifically because I teach a class on proper setup of command for 2-person teams. And I wanted to see what the output was. And it actually came up with a pretty decent response. And then this is where I was talking about it cited the article so I could go get the full article. Okay, so to properly set up an opportunity in command to be used by a team, you can follow these steps. And it does mention assigning the team members that need to be included in that opportunity. And that is the most common thing that is overlooked and why you don't have access for multiple people when it goes over to DocuSign. It's because the team members that need to be included were not assigned to that opportunity. So I thought that was great. And then
it's getting it from answers.kw.com.
Yeah, well, I asked it. Yeah.
It says it right there.
Yeah, I asked it to do that.
Oh, you did? Okay. Yeah. That makes sense.
And then it actually tells me which article it came from. So then I could go to answers.kw.com and I could paste that name in and get the full article that has more detailed instructions that are written by Paul Polanski, who does an awesome job at providing all that stuff for us.
Right. Can you put a question in for me?
Sure.
How do I please? How do I delete an archive of contacts in command? I just want to see if it's got this kind of stuff in it.
All right. To delete an archive of contacts in command, you can follow these steps. Log into command with your Keller Williams login credentials. Click on the contacts icon on the left sidebar to access your contact list. On the top right corner of the page, click on your name and select settings from the drop-down menu. Yeah. On the left side of the page, click on command settings, then contacts, and select contact archive. Yeah, man, it's right on the money.
Yeah, so that's great. So this is going to be good for our agents who are not fully familiar with every nuance and backwater that there is in command.
Right.
It's going to help you. So another great use. So we've got 3 uses really: marketing, then we've got using command, right?
Yeah.
And then we've got like you just did, the examples that you put in there. So there's like 3 nuances, and using it to run your business and understand the playbooks and the MREA and how to power an open house. That's more educational, right? So you're using it to educate yourself. You can use it to create marketing pieces, and you can use it to help you use the software, use command. So there's like 3 separate great use cases.
Well, and content too, right? You showed how to do content.
Yes.
Emojis included as well. Here's one for a blog post, and I thought this came out good. Now, some nuances that will probably work themselves out through updates and over time, because again, Peter and I have followed the growth of ChatGPT from its inception, and KWIQ is in the early days of where we saw ChatGPT. So it's not providing the accurate H1 and H2 headlines when you ask for it. It's not exactly providing the emojis natively unless you ask for it, where ChatGPT does that now. It knows if you ask for a social post, it automatically provides the emoji. So I imagine all that will come.
Here's the cool thing though. If you copy that into ChatGPT and say, remove the styling tags and style the text accordingly, it'll actually do it. I've already done it. It did it. I used Claude AI and I just copied the output into Claude and said, just fix this, and it did it.
Yeah, that's awesome.
So then I can copy it back into my design.
So the prompt here is, please write me a 1,500-word blog post from my real estate website about the importance of staging a home to sell. Use H1 and H2 formatting. Provide a numbered list of steps. Explain in detail why each step is important to the sale of the home. Write with the home seller in mind as the audience and in the style of a real estate magazine.
Okay, so can you copy that whole thing?
Yeah.
Paste it down below and change where he's put H1 and H2 and just put heading, subheading. I just want to see if it outputs it.
So
no, copy the prompt.
Oh, I see what you're saying. Okay, so let's copy the prompt.
Yeah, and change H1 and H2 to heading and subheading format.
Okay.
I just want to see if it can do it.
Use heading and subheading formatting. Even though I misspelled it, it probably would get it anyway, but we'll go ahead and change it and send. Be really cool. It'd be a whole lot cooler if you did. Nope,
no,
it didn't.
H1. Okay, but it still recognizes what it's got to do. But anyway, just copy that into another AI and it'll fix it.
Well, and I imagine if you know what, it's probably totally usable if I just take out the H1 and H2 asking it for the formatting, and then just once it's in the blog editor, just make my bold text there.
Yeah.
Right. So I'm going to try that real quick. Once it's done, it doesn't like me rushing it. It won't even let me click.
There's no stop button.
No. So we'll let it run its course. And then I'm just going to take out the request for the formatting, and then it should give me something usable that I can just copy and paste. Now, I will tell you, because this operates in a dark mode, when you copy and paste, it's going to paste the dark gray highlighting behind the text. So you'll need to eliminate the highlighting to none and change the text color to black.
So is it always in dark mode, even if I'm in light mode?
Well, I'm just saying, like, if you do operate in dark mode, because that's where I have mine. It's been so long ago, I don't even know. Can we? Is there a light?
I'm just doing it now as a quick test. So appearance, I'm gonna go light mode. I'm in light mode. No, it's in dark mode.
Yeah. Okay.
So that's something we need to give a bit of feedback about.
Yep.
We need a dark mode, light mode switch. Yeah, I'm in light mode and it's in dark mode anyway. Cool.
All right. So I took out that subheading. Let's see what we get. Let's see if we get something that we can use that we can just copy and paste right from it. Nope. It's doing it again. Maybe because it's just reading off, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Cool. Right. Well, we have been over an hour.
Awesome. So I'm excited about this feature. You and I, as kind of the AI guys anyway, we've been doing so much around AI. It's really cool to see an AI tool that useful show up right off the bat on the dashboard of Command, which is awesome. So if you don't know, AI tools have existed in the new campaigns editor for quite a while now to help you with the text when you're building your campaigns, your Facebook ads and things like that. This is a huge value add, having this right on the home screen and natively built into Command. So I love it, man.
Yeah, it's also in designs, so which will work this time.
Yeah.
So at the top of the screen, no, it's not going to work. Anyway, when it does work, there is AI in the design section, so you can use it directly in there. But there is a fee for that, whereas the KWIQ is free. Well, included in your tech fee. Yeah.
And I think that's important to know too, for what a lot of people are going to use that for. I mean, that's saving you $20 a month. ChatGPT Plus is $20 a month, right? There are free versions of it, yeah. But
so one thing, the elephant in the room we haven't mentioned is we can't stream into Facebook anymore because of
I was going to mention that before.
Crazy new rules. We're going to find a fix. We're going to find a way to get back on and stream into the groups because we have to. And we've got, we've got the tell me the groups that we streamed in.
Tom, thanks for hanging out with us, buddy. We appreciate it, and thank you for the appreciation.
We'll get back in them.
To address what Peter's talking about. Well, Peter, I don't know if you got any of this yesterday, but there were other MCTTs reaching out all through the channels trying to figure out what to do because they were just discovering that they couldn't stream. There's so many offices that run their team meetings and their trainings that way.
Yeah, we do.
It's really thrown everybody for a loop.
So you can do it. We've got
a technique called RTMP.
Well, yeah, or within the Zoom app itself. I've got if you go into apps in Zoom and type streaming in there under the search, there is a fix to it, but the problem is you can only stream into the group. Well, I guess you could before. You've got to be the admin.
Yeah, that's the same that it was.
Yeah. So there is a live streaming app in Zoom, so you can use Zoom. It multi-streams to different platforms, and you can do more than one group at a time, which you couldn't do so easily directly from Zoom before. You could always do that from StreamYard, but that's getting a bit high-tech. But for our MCTTs out there, dig into the Zoom workplace, go to apps, type in streaming. There is then a method to get the code from your when you go into Facebook, just create a post and click live, and it now goes to the live center, and in there's the two codes that you need. One's the URL and one is the actual code. You paste them into Zoom, and it's a one-time thing. Once you've done it, you can forget it. You've then got your Zoom back. So it's fixable, but they didn't give us much warning.
No, and there's a couple videos on YouTube that are kind of going around. Once I figure it out for myself, I'll make a video around it too. Not that mine's any better, but
you want the audience, you want the traffic, right?
Yeah, I do want the audience.
So there you go. See, that's why you're going to do it. Okay. I'm going to get mine done in the next 5 minutes.
Whatever.
Peter's method to keep streaming live from StreamYard and Zoom.
All right, guys, that's going to do it. I'm sure you got a lot of value out of that. And hey, KWRI tech team, labs team, thank you so much for everything going on and how you continue to improve Command and all of the tools that are in it. We love this new feature called KWIQ. And I want to give love to all the Market Center tech trainers and regional tech trainers out there. Because Peter and I know how hard you all work, and sometimes it feels like it may not be noticed, but it is a guarantee that your agents and leadership certainly appreciate what you're doing, and we do too, and we are so happy to be a part of this group. And with that, Peter, we'll see him next week.
Yep.
Bye, everybody.
Bye.